Yo.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Mark Our Words podcast, the official podcast of YouTube. What's good with you, Chen?
Man. Life is beautiful, man.
I'm actually happy to be here, man.
Why?
Man, I'm happy to be here.
Be alive?
No, like here, inside this establishment.
My house.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I wasn't trying to give away,
where we record? My ops gonna find out our location.
I'm about to say, technically, I was looking around. I was like, something's different about here. But of course, I thought it was about the furniture being right here. But it's not even that's different. It's the furniture that's missing. That I was like, what happened to the bookshelf?
It's in the living room.
Oh, okay.
It made more sense.
Really?
Put it in there. Yeah.
It's more space anyway. It looks good though. It looks good.
Appreciate it.
How have you been? I feel the reason why I'm happy to be here. Whenever we record or anything like that, I don't think we're pros at podcasting.
No.
At the moment. But I feel like we are, I don't want to say the friendship suffered because you don't answer your phone anyway sometimes. But you're better. So listen, I am not going to lie to you. There was a point in our friendship or just a point in your life in general, to where I just didn't know why you had a cell phone at all. You was better off with a beeper. You are a beeper type of guy.
Hey, I want all my friends to listen to this. This is one of my best friends. Like, this is my best friend. If I suck at answering his phone call, why do you think I'm gonna answer yours? Okay, that's kind of rude.
I'm about to say, I ain't know this was a diss track. But
I don't know why that always been my problem. But
there was a time where there was literally you didn't answer the phone.
Yeah.
And then when I linked it, because I think you had the Envy or something like that, the like Verizon Envy, whatever. And I asked you, where is your cell phone? And you said, I don't know. I was like, you don't even care that it's missing, anything like that. You just like, I don't know. But the reason why I brought it up, because it's like, I feel like because we record once a month, close to that, it's like we wait to that month to really catch up with what's been going on. And what's been going on is kind of like, I think I remember Joe Budden saying it one time, of podcasting with back when he was friends with Marl and Rory. Shout out to them. He said, we don't even talk outside the podcast no more because we're trying to save content for the podcast. I don't think that's the case with us because really nothing really been going on since a month ago.
Well, I kind of revealed my job to you on the podcast.
Yes, you did. You did reveal it to me in real life. But whole time, I'm not going to hold you. I kind of preferred it that way because that was lit, though. The way, even like the way how you told me, how like you spelled it out on the last time, like, that's kind of lit. You
know what's funny? My uncle watches. Shout out to my uncle.
Which one?
The youngest.
Okay.
He found out I got a new job through the podcast clip. No, through the podcast. Like, you listen to the podcast.
The whole thing?
Yeah. Really? And so he's like, hey, I heard so-so got a new job. And you put it on the family chat, apparently. And everybody's like, wait, what? And then my mom asks, like, how you know? I told my mom, but that was the only person I told.
Yeah.
And even my sister, one of my sisters, found out through my uncle.
Wow. This should be evidence that this man...
I was like, damn, I completely forgot to tell my family that. I think with that, though, it was more so because during the process, so I kind of didn't get an official letter or offer until like a week or 2 weeks prior to us shooting the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So during that whole process, I didn't want to say anything because last time I told people, I was interviewed for a big company and then I ended up not getting the job. So I was like, you know what? This time,
you ain't gonna say nothing.
I ain't gonna say anything.
I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm interviewing for. Nothing.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna do the interview. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, all right, cool. Nobody and nothing changed. Status quo. So that's kind of the whole.
And the thing that's funny about you and your family.
Yeah.
Your family is actually like a family. Like, you would think, like, oh, this person don't talk to that person, this person don't talk to that person. And the way news traveled, or the way your news traveled, you would think nobody talked to nobody. But y'all actually pretty close. Like, y'all usually meet up and stuff like that. Do family things, rather, you know what I mean? Because everybody's in different locations.
Yeah.
But other than that, what's new with you? Before I tell you what's new with me,
Oh yeah.
and what's new with me probably gonna lead to our topic today. But like, what's new with you these past 3 weeks?
I was seriously training for a 5K and the Tough Mudder until this past week. I ain't do anything. It was rain like wow. It was rain for like 4 days straight.
Yeah, it was raining from like last Thursday to like Tuesday.
I was like, man, I'm not about to go out in the rain. Guess so. Even though I ran in the snow before, but I think running in the snow is different from running in the rain because you're not gonna get drenched. If you get drenched in the
I'm
rain,
not running in the snow either though. I run in the cold before I run in the rain.
I don't know. I think running in the rain is the worst. Because, like, you just got a whole bunch of wet stuff. You got wet shoes, wet socks. Now, you can't take off the socks because the socks are just sticking to your feet. It's just...
You got to buy new insoles because eventually the thing's going to stink.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's just... I prefer not
I was training for... I mean, I am kind of training for Tough Mudder, but they gave us, like... I don't know, you check your email. They gave us, like, a Tough Mudder Bible. The things to go by. Like rules to go by. So like the water obstacles. Yeah. They said if you can't swim, don't do the water obstacles.
Oh yeah, I heard. Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna be dry. So I'm just gonna stand to the side and wait till y'all done.
So you gotta do like burpees. You don't do an obstacle.
No, I'm gonna walk around. You talking about do burpees? What the heck? Like I ain't doing no burpees. Like so anything that got water. Because I was thinking about like, dang, I'm gonna be wet. But they said if you can't swim 25 meters, right, don't do the obstacle. And I was like, you know what? That's all I needed. You don't got to tell me twice. Because I ain't got nothing to prove. This is supposed to be fun. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This is not no, like, Iron Man, let's really test your fitness type of thing. All types of people do this. So I'm just doing this to support, for one, I'm supporting Chen's friend, you know what I mean, which became...
she's not going no more.
Okay. Ooh. Why?
She said it was a busy month.
Okay, so it's just gonna be us two?
Me, you, my girl, and one of her friends.
Okay, so your girl gonna be in it or like she okay, so
she's running.
My girl's gonna be spectating. So they pay you to spectate too, so that's kinda crazy. But even though they ain't like in a field, but yeah, I'm there to just support. I thought I was going to support your friend, but apparently I'm just going now because I paid. But is like that everything that's new with you before I usher into our topic?
Let's jump into it.
So what's new with me? I shout out to the Catholic or Roman Church, whatever the bell that is. I am officially on keto.
Hey man.
I am on a keto diet. I am recording today. I am about 13, 14 days in.
And how you feel right now?
I'm going strong today.
Going strong?
I lost 15 pounds.
Hey, congratulations.
I'm going to tell y'all the weight.
Could we put a little clapping emoji?
Clappy
sound? Yeah, congratulations.
This is the clapping sound. This helped me from editing and stuff like that. If we just clap, I ain't got to look for clapping sound. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a keto weight loss counter.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to put it on the screen of how much I weigh at this episode. So each episode, you go see how much I weigh if I lost it. So that's going to be
each episode?
Each episode.
We record.
No, but, I'm going to weigh myself before and then I'm going to put the updated weight, even though we're going to record a bulk of episodes today.
Sounds
but
good.
Guess what weight I started at? I'm going to be honest now. I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I started at 296 pounds.
I thought you was at 270.
I was.
Yeah.
Then you introduced me to Ant Pizza. And then that just messed me up.
Yo, my friends stay blaming me for them.
And once this episode's over, I'm going to show you how many Ant Pizza points I got. Do anybody want a pizza party?
And that was like halfway into. That was like, so I don't know how long you knew about Ant Pizza. Maybe 6 months, 7 months.
Probably less than that.
Yeah, so 6 months. So if you getting points, that's probably like 3 months because he didn't know about the point system. That pizza's good, man.
Yeah, that pizza's amazing. But I haven't had it, and I'm not going to get it, even though I'm right down the street from it, right?
Man.
And
Bless.
now I started at 296, and today I'm 280.
And congrats, man.
I'm 280 based off of keto.
That's big.
Yeah. So, what do you want to know about keto? What are some things you want to ask me about this diet that is new for me? Because I never really dieted before.
Yeah. I mean, one, like, how you even get started? Like, was it like something you saw? You watched a YouTube video?
Is it still recording?
And now we don't even know if the thing is recorded. I thought I said that.
Let's take a break real quick.
Quick break. So yeah, so I think the first thing I want to know is like how you even get started. Like, was it something that you saw on YouTube? Was it something you read? Is it did your girl motivate you? Cause I know your girl also lost a bunch of weight too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was it that got you into keto? Cause keto is like one of those diets. Like,
it's like the internet diet. It's not like a
yeah, but it's not. It's also like one of those things that is kind of like a whole. It's like going vegan. It's not like a Weight Watchers or some type of like thing that you just do for a day or two, or not a day or two, a week or two. But it's more like you have to change your whole eating diet. Like you can't eat certain things. There's certain things. So I was wondering like what got you into it, and then two, what was it that made you commit to this for the first 2 weeks?
Well, what got me into it was, if I'm being honest, it's just bullying works. And let me let me tell you where I'm going with this. If everyone around you, let's say your circle and stuff like that, never really criticize you or never really bully you or never really critique you, you really could get comfortable and content to where you are. You never told me, hey Chris, you fat. My boys never told me I'm fat. My girl even said, I love your size. I love the things like that. But eventually, like,
Your sister.
You just like, now my sister's always honest with me. but it's so funny. It's like, because we're both goofy with each other, it's almost like you don't take it seriously. Yeah. It's little things with me such as like, I'm not buying no more clothes. Like, I'm not, like, clothes are not starting to fit, right? And I started looking for, what's the word? Quick results. Things that can get me to my result base faster. And keto was the one that was, quote unquote, in my field and stuff like that. Because vegan is like, I love eating like meat, seafood and stuff like that. Pause. You know what I mean? Chicken, beef. You know what I mean? So I wanted to keep a diet to where I could eat that.
Okay.
And stuff like that. That's when Mama came to mind. And I was like, oh.
Mama is who again?
Mama is your mom.
Okay.
Right? And I was like, she dropped all that weight pretty fast. And I remember she said all she did most of the time was walk up and down the drive-through with weights, with dumbbells in her hands and stuff like that. And I'm like, I do more than that.
Yeah.
I squat, I jog, I lift. Now imagine if I'm on this keto diet and like I'm actually like going hard in the gym, I probably can like drop a lot of weight. And truth be told,
and just to give you some backstory, my mom also had like a similar diet. That's why she came to mind. So she was doing the walking, but she also was doing like meats and veggies, but no carbs.
Exactly. So she probably did no carbs. I actually don't know. But keto, you're not supposed to go over 50 grams of carbs. Just to give you an idea of how much 50 grams is.
Wow.
50 grams of carbs in a bag of chips, just a regular bag. It don't even have to be a family size. It don't even have to be a miniature bag. Just a regular bag of chips. If you eat the whole bag of chips, that's 40 carbs.
Jeez.
And if you get a soda with it, you're already way over 50.
Yeah.
And that's a snack. People eat snacks every day. You
eat like fruits.
You can eat fruits, certain fruits, because there's starchy fruits. Like for example, I can't eat apples
or bananas
and stuff like that. Exactly, because I'm not trying to waste my carbs and stuff like that.
But what fruits can you eat then?
The fruits that I've been eating is strawberries.
Okay.
Cantaloupe. a little bit of watermelon, because when you don't have no carbs, and when you're not eating some carbs, you gotta find you gotta find foods that have fiber in it. So like strawberries got fiber in it. I just brought some avocados a couple days ago, rich in fiber, because you don't want that meat. You don't want no hemorrhoids. You don't want you want your digestive system to still work regularly as if you're eating a regular diet. But yeah, man, I just got tired of how I looked, and what happened was I can always achieve a goal.
Yeah, that's a fact.
A goal is nothing to me. So the bigger I got, I was like, I can just lose it. I've done that before. But what happens when you do the same things that you did to train? Like I used to run 3 miles. I used to run a mile and a half, take a break, and run a mile and a half back home, right? But what happens when you're almost 300 pounds and it hurts to run? Now you're not even in shape to lose weight. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said, let me get a diet that is pretty quick. I sure can get to 250 back to like my quote unquote normal overweight size, and train from there. And by December, before I go on my vacation, I should be 260, 250 by then. But that what got me started.
So this is not going to be like a lifetime thing.
You can't do keto for long.
Why not?
You can't. For one, it's not even recommended.
Oh, really?
No. Because it's known as a crash diet. Like, that's why I thought you would go to like the internet diet way.
I thought, but I could like Joe Rogan.
It's
like keto.
It's a healthy, unhealthy way to lose weight. The healthy way to lose weight is to get everything,
I see what you're
but
saying.
do portion control.
Yeah.
But this is the extreme to where you're basically trying to burn weight fast and things like that. Like, this is the quickest I ever lost weight. And just the logic behind it makes no sense to me.
What's the logic?
Like, I can eat as much chicken as I want. I can eat as much. I made ribs. I can eat the whole rack of ribs.
That is kind of wild.
Like, I eat the whole rack of ribs, and I lose weight the next day.
There is something fishy about it.
Like it's just crazy, because what happened is your body yearns for carbs.
Yeah.
It's like sugar. You get what I'm saying? So what happens is, because I got stored up fat, they never had no use of eating up the stored up fat, because we know Chris could go to Keto Pizza and get us 2 pies of carbs.
So just save those
exactly.
fats.
So we don't need.
You don't need
need stored energy. We gonna get the new energy every day that he gives us. But because I haven't had over 50 carbs, I haven't even gone over 45 because I'm trying to play it safe, right? Because there's extreme keto. Extreme keto is like 20 to 30 carbs.
Jeez.
I'm just regular keto, right? But because I'm not giving my body new energy to
in the form of carbs.
In the form of carbs to fuel itself, it's fueling itself off of my fat and
Which
stuff
is
like that.
Ketosis.
Yes.
Interesting. Damn. All right, cool. So yeah, I guess you talked about the foods that you can eat, the foods that you can't eat. Is there anything that you were surprised about, whether it was the foods that you can't eat or can't eat? Like, was there like, oh, I didn't know I could eat this. Oh, damn,
Fruits.
I can't even eat this.
Fruits for sure.
Really?
I thought fruits was all good. Like because like you have different variation of diets. Like you have the Daniel diet, to where it's just fruit and vegetables and stuff like that. So I thought,
fruits is healthy.
Fruits is healthy. So
Which
it is, but if you're trying to keep your body in ketosis. You want to be careful of certain fruits. So that was surprising. No juice. That wasn't surprising, but that's the biggest change in my life. I haven't had juice in 2 weeks.
Jeez.
That's the biggest accomplishment in my life, because even you sometimes water down your juice and things like that. I can drink juice all day, and I haven't had juice in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I'm scared that when I do have a sip of juice,
You're going to need some water.
I'm going to be like, where's the ice? You know what I mean? So I think that's a change for the good. The thing that was surprising was, I think I was more surprised on what I could eat than more than what I couldn't eat. I was like, I eat as much cheese as I want.
You can eat cheese?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I should eat as much dairy as I want.
That's wild.
but I can't eat bread.
How's your stomach?
My stomach's fine.
Like when you go to like the toilet.
I'm fine.
Really?
Smooth. You gotta,
That's so surprising.
you gotta stay on water though. You
gotta drink that water.
You gotta keep yourself hydrated and stuff like that. Everything's working fine. The only thing that was hard was the beginning days.
The first 7 days.
Probably the first 3 days. Probably 4 days. Because you feel that's actually why I'm drinking water now, to be honest.
Oh yeah, this is the first time this man asked for water.
Because I'm carving my hunger. But the first couple of days, you just in a mind fog, brain fog.
Yeah.
It's not a headache, but
you're just tired.
It's not even. It's weird. You're not in a headache, but it's like you just know you're not yourself.
Interesting.
You're just like going through, and you're just like, I just don't feel myself. So you try to sleep it off, and that's another thing about keto. You're never at 100% energy.
Really?
At least for me. Maybe once I get to 21 days or maybe I get to 28 days, I have energy. But these past 14 days, my energy caps at 85 and I work from there. So it forces me 85 out of 100. It forces me to be more intentional with what I want to do. You get what I'm saying? So I'm already working off of like not being 100%. Yeah. But I'm not tired.
Yeah.
And it's really good right now. I feel strong. I'm probably going to break the keto, depending, because we have an event probably like 2 weeks from now, a wedding and things like that, and I'm not gonna
not eat.
Exactly. I'm gonna enjoy myself at like my friend's wedding and things like that.
Makes sense.
But if I go home and test myself, and I'm still in ketosis, then I'm just gonna stay there.
Do you have a plan for that? Because like, I think some of the things, especially one of the things I learned is that when you break something, it's hard to get back into that routine. Mm-hmm. So do you have a plan to get back to that routine? Like, what's the first thing that you're going to do the following day?
That's why I was thinking of not breaking it. So at the wedding, I got the salmon. You know what I mean? Just to be safe. But depending how they cook it, it
might have breading.
It might have breading.
They might have potatoes next to it,
or they may use a different type of oil. So one thing about me, I'm not gonna be at this event and be hungry.
Yeah.
And things like that. Like, that's stupid. You get what I'm saying?
You're not gonna eat that.
Like, so like I'm gonna eat, but many times than not, what I used to do was I used to, and maybe a lot of y'all can attest to this. We used to think the beginning of the week starts on Sunday or it starts on Monday. So if you was to mess up something on Thursday or you mess up something on Friday, you think I just live through Saturday and just do whatever I want, and Sunday I just do whatever I want, and then Monday I'm back on the horse.
Yeah.
My plan is, God willing, if I was to break it, the next day get right back on it. Don't leave too much time off the clock of not being on it. Don't be like, well, since I broke it, I can use these 24 hours to let me get an ant pizza. Let me get.
Yeah,
exactly.
I already broke it.
So I might as well enjoy my. Exactly. And I'm like, no. You got to get right back on the horse, because I plan on breaking it again for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Dude, you get what I'm saying? Like, so like I have breaks and checkpoints that keep me sane. Dude, you get what I'm saying?
And if you could master that, you could probably live. You could probably do this for the rest of your life.
Or probably just like whenever it's time for a vacation or a beach or something like that, just be like,
enjoy your life.
Yeah, exactly.
And come back to your regular life.
And I think that's how it's supposed to be. I think it's the moderation. I think if I could or if I have to, I probably could do ketosis for 3 months straight or 6 months straight. But based on how our schedule is set up, it's like I have these checkpoints and it's near the end of the month. And then when I'm on vacation, I'm not going to be on it at all. But by the time I get to vacation, I will now be at the weight
that you want to be.
That I want to be. So then I go back to my regular eating, but portion control. Probably no juice still. Mm-hmm. Probably limit the bread. Probably limit. It's kind of like what you said a couple episodes ago. Keep treats as treats, and pizza is a treat. You get what I'm saying? That is a once a month thing. And I actually was talking to my lady about this last night, and I was like, it's so funny how like even The Rock, his cheat days is planned out. And things like that. Like, in the morning, he go eat his pancakes. And then I think back in the day, I really don't know what he's doing now, but back in the day, he said, every cheat day, I'm looking for my cookies. I'm looking for my pancakes. And then, like, I think one time he had, like, 2 boxes of pizza and stuff like that.
Oh, man, that sounds beautiful.
The Rock is 6'5", 260. You get what I'm saying?
You can do that, but...
two big boxes. But what happened was, it kind of gives me a lens of how I should do my cheat days, too. That it should not just be like, it's a cheat day, and I can eat anything. It should be controlled. Even then, it just be like, okay, today's and pizza day. Or today is cookies day. You get what I'm saying? Have a plan even when you're not eating healthy.
Yeah.
But or else you go end up eating everything.
It makes you feel like you have no control.
Yeah. It's like
you have no control, then how you gonna control yourself the following day?
Exactly. It's like controlled chaos.
Yeah.
You eat under control for 6 days. On that 7th day, still have that control, but you can eat what you want now. You get what I'm saying?
That's interesting. Yeah, about the treats. I remember you texted me once, and you was like, "Man, your favorite chicken spot." I don't know. You want to put it on the podcast?
Put out there.
Bonchon.
Shout out to Bonchon.
Yo,
man.
sponsor us.
Please sponsor me singly.
Bonchon, great Korean fried chicken spot. I don't know if it's everywhere, but I know it's around the DMV.
It's growing. Mm-hmm.
And you was like, "Man, it don't hit the same."
No.
And you said that, is it because maybe I'm eating this too regular?
How can it hit the same if I'm getting it every other weekend?
And it's like, sometimes we forget that it's not about the actual thing, but it's the way it makes you feel.
Yeah.
And if that actual thing doesn't make you feel how it used to make you feel, like when you had Bonchon, you're like, damn, this feels so good. It tastes so good.
I remember walking to the Super Bowl party like, who brought this chicken?
That's the first time we had that joint.
Yeah, exactly.
I ate that joint. I was like, yo, Chris, you got to try this joint.
Yo, I was like, who brought this chicken?
You had that joint? You're like, oh, my.
Fun fact, that next week, I met my girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that chicken is special. But yeah, so it's like, that whole treats as treats, it's something that it rings true to me even. Like, like I remember I was having Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts used to be my jam. Still is. Mm-hmm. But I was eating, this was like 2 years ago during the pandemic. I was eating them joints every week.
Sam's Club type of Pop-Tarts.
Yo.
We talk about the ball.
Sometimes it used to come in 16s. Sometimes it used to come in 18s. I would eat that whole box in one night.
It already comes in 2 in a pack. So how are you eating it the whole night?
And my stomach be messed up the next day. I do this every week. And it got to the point where I was just eating it. I remember I ate a whole Pop-Tart. And I looked at the packet. I was like,
did they change the recipe?
No, it's not even I changed the recipe. I didn't even know I finished it.
What?
I was like, wait, did I just finished it? And I looked in the box. I was like, the box is empty? I was like, I don't even remember eating it. It was just something that I was just doing in habit. And it's like, for those things that are, special to you. And I think this is what being disciplined in all types of, I won't call it vices.
Yeah.
But all types of pleasure. There is a level of discipline you have to do to make sure that pleasure, when it comes, actually sits right with you. That's why I think so many famous people, and this is again a little off topic, but that's why so many famous people and rich people, they become depressed because they did everything. Or they do everything all the time. They go there, they go there, they go there, they eat this, they do that. They have, different types of vices with everything. And it doesn't feel like, I'm living life. Because it's like you just now kind of just enjoying all types of.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're 100% right. Like, going back to the Bonchon thing, just to use me as a perfect example.
Yeah.
Back in the day, 10 wings used to be my thing. 10 wings. And then that's when
you got the mixed joint.
I didn't get the mixed joint, but look, the soy garlic's my favorite. But like the mixed joint is pretty lit too because you get a little tang, you get a little spice to it. But what happened is, and then on top of that, they all look the same. So it's kind of like a surprise.
It's a mystery.
So it's crazy, right?
Mystery chicken.
But the thing about it is, like, I make more money now, so access opens.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to get 10 wings. I get 20 wings. You know what? If I want to get nasty, I get 30 wings. You get what I'm saying? So imagine how it used to be getting 10 wings. And there's nothing wrong with 20 wings. There's nothing wrong with 30 wings.
Yeah.
But I was getting bonchon twice to 3 times a month. And then when I hit you, I was like, yo, I don't think like it's not satisfying anymore. And it's not that it was nasty, but there's supposed to be a dopamine type of hit that like you
get from
that like you're supposed to get when you do something you enjoy,
Yeah.
like happiness. So now I'm something that made me happy. Mind you, this is one of my favorite restaurants. Something that made me happy is now making me content.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this ain't making me happy. I need to step away. And that actually one of the things that made me go like, wow, really, I gotta treat treats as treats because it's crazy out here.
Yeah, I mean that rings true to me almost with everything, right?
Really?
Like with TV, with even my girl. It's like not that she a treat, but sometimes you need that space to miss each other. Cause you just see each other every day. You start to take it for granted, one, and then two, you start just acting like, hey, what you doing? Hey, and then you just move around. Versus like when you see somebody you haven't seen in a while, it's a different feel. It's like, yo, how you doing? What you been up to? Blah blah blah. And so it's like just that, tree and trees, and I think that's something that kind of rings true in everything that I do. But when you send me that text, I was like, there's certain foods in my diet that I'm like it's not bonchon, it's not and pizza for me or bonchon for me, but it's Ikenben.
Really?
Oh man,
dude, you go there every week?
I was, man. I remember once I went there once in the afternoon. So I got it for dinner. It was disgusting, but but yeah, that's one thing that kind of rang true for me.
Another thing that's been going on in my diet is it gives me, because I have a sure shot of my goal, a clear shot of my goal. I am taking like names of places that I would like to eat out at, and it's making me go. It's making me feel like I have to earn it, so it will even hit better. It's kind of like you're tricking yourself when you feel like you earn something.
Yeah,
it feels better than going to buy your own trophy. Than when somebody give you a trophy.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, once I hit my goal, I want to go eat at our house again and stuff like that. Even though I've been there a couple of times, but I should want to go to our house again and stuff like that and eat there. And I know I'm going to enjoy it because I've been so strict with my diet and with my goals. And it's really interesting and it's really life changing. One thing you got to be careful with the meat though. One thing that I try to do, which I actually just started doing like 3 days ago, I have like a no salt meal and things like that. So like in the morning, I try to do like a shake. For lunch, I try to have something at lunchtime that has limited to no salt. Because you can eat all the meat you want. I eat as much eggs as I want, but those things have salt in them. And you don't want to end up getting high blood pressure. Because you like, I try to eat as much fruit as I want, and then your heart failing because you got all that seasoning and salt and stuff on there. So I keep my sodium. They say you're supposed to have at least 3,000 grams of sodium a day. I keep it to like 1,500, close to 1,800 and stuff like that, just to make sure, because you need salt.
You definitely need salt.
Don't go without salt. But I'm like, I don't want to OD because I can eat eggs all day because I use that as my carbs, even though I try to keep it to like 15 to 2,000 and stuff like that because I ain't trying to develop high blood pressure while trying to lose weight. That's kind of wild. You get what I'm saying?
Do you talking about like your meals? Is there a favorite meal you made
so far?
Yeah,
I can tell you my least favorite meal, but like my favorite meal so far that I've made.
That was keto or a shake or something. Like, is there something that you enjoy?
That's the thing. There's not I haven't really dived into a keto meal.
Interesting.
Because you can eat meat. So I just eat my meat. Pause. the way I regularly eat it. Dude, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I eat chicken. I just season my chicken, put it in the oven and stuff like that. I don't eat fried chicken now, of course, because of the breading. But I just season it as if I'm eating it regularly. I tried a keto meal.
Wasn't meat.
That wasn't meat.
Mm.
It had meat on it, but no.
Okay, I see.
It had meat on it. I went to Wegmans not too long ago, and I was captivated by a smell, a strong smell. When everybody know, if you go to Wegmans, and I guess for some places, depending where you live, it may be Publix or something like that. You go into the food area and stuff like that, and they have like the open trays. But the smell that captivated me was pizza. The guy just took it out the brick stove, and he had supreme pizza right there. 2 slices for $8. A little steep, but it is what it is.
That's wow.
2
slices
for $8. Yo, y'all robbing people, boy. But I got it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just stood there, and I was just like, I'm strong enough to not purchase the pizza, but the smell of it is amazing. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a keto pizza.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna make a keto pizza. What's a keto pizza, you ask? A pizza with low to 0 carbs. How are you gonna do that with, you can't eat bread. You can't get regular flour because that's a lot of, you know what I mean? So I made a keto pizza. It's probably one of the most disgusting things I probably had. Damn. And I think it's the flour that I use. I use almond flour. Almond flour is not for me. I'm not a fan of almond flour at all.
Does it taste like almonds?
It just tastes sweet. It tastes sweet. But not sweet like a cake. Just sweet. Like you want your flour or your pizza base to be neutral. I already got my onions and my pepperoni and my cheese on there.
But I would think it would work because it's kind of like pineapples.
No. The thing about pineapples, which shout out to my pineapple on pizza community, we strong out here. We don't like pineapple on pizza because it makes the pizza sweet. Okay. So let me just get that out the way.
Okay.
It's the combination of saltiness and sweetness that combines and make a new flavor that make you go,
But that's what I'm saying.
But not with the almond flour.
But don't you got the saltiness with the pepperoni, the cheese, the tomato sauce?
It's not enough saltiness.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Because it's just sprinkles of sweetness with the pineapple.
Because with the wheat or with the keto pizza, I'm eating majority of the breading more than the pepperoni. So before I even get to taste the pepperoni, I'm already turned off by the almond flour. Maybe I need to use coconut flour. I didn't even know these flours existed because they have different flours out here that have low carbs, and I'm like, I'm just out there experimenting. But you just have to stay strong. These variations of things that you're trying to make of the real thing is not going to be good. It's not going to taste like the real thing.
So do you have contingency plans? Because it sounds good on paper to say you got to be strong. But what happens when you're not strong? Is there a contingency plan? Is there somebody you call? Is there like a couple steps that you do to be like...
For me, no.
And you think that would work, though?
For me, if I fail, I fail. It's not life and death.
That's true.
Dude, you know what I'm saying? I keep things in...
That's a very good way to think about it.
I keep things in perspective. It's like if I mess up, just start over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a life and death thing, God willing. You know what I mean? But I'm doing good. And my girl is encouraging, but I'm not, as crazy as it may sound or as mean as it may sound, she's not my motivation for getting this right. You know what I mean? When my eyes are set on a goal, I'm pretty good at keeping it straightforward. Yeah. But I'm also mature enough, and I grown up and got older to realize that you may stumble to achieving that goal.
Yeah, definitely.
You may not have a perfect rate getting to that goal, but as long as I hit that goal, guess what? I may do something. Put it like this: I don't want it to be a cheap cheat, to where I give up and I'm just like, let me just go get Ant Pizza now.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be that cheap and stuff like that. If I get myself out of ketosis, I want it to be because I was actually trying and I probably overdid it. I probably ate too much fruit. Or I probably went over my carb today. Oh, I'm actually supposed to be at 50.
I see what you're saying.
I'm at 70.
Yeah.
I failed. More than me getting in the car, driving to my Chinese takeout and ordering orange chicken.
Crying in the car, eating the orange chicken.
There is a lot of room.
Why am I doing this?
There is.
This orange chicken.
Oh no, I ain't doing that. No, orange chicken went up. Orange chicken went up. Orange chicken costs like $13 now. But,
Man, everything went up, man.
But like my thing is, I have a lot of room to correct my way before I mess up.
Yeah.
I got in the car. I'm driving, and I'm not driving because I don't live in a predominantly black area, you know.
Mm.
So wherever I'm driving back to the black community to get my Chinese food. So I'm like, that's at least 20 minutes of me driving to get it, and then I gotta wait for the food. That's a cheap cheat. That is me giving it to my cravings to that point. But one thing that I do to stay on top is I cook more.
Yeah.
I cook more.
That's important.
And you want to make sure that you have some type of arsenal, some type of inventory, whatever you want to call it, in your fridge to where you hungry at 1 o'clock in the morning and you don't make that a New York fried chicken.
Yeah.
Let me get 6 wings
Something that you could,
with Western fries.
I think also, without even like talking about meal prepping, because a lot of times I think people think meal prepping is like separating your food in like 5 different like containers.
That works, but
it works, but it's a lot of work. Versus like sometimes just having something leftovers, like you cook a big batch that lasts you for 2-3 days. When you do have those cravings, like I'm hungry, it's like, oh wait, I got something in the kitchen. I could just warm it up real quick. Bam, I'm good. Because when you don't have that, and then you like, do I want to cook for another 30 minutes to an hour, or can I just order this real quick?
Yeah.
That's going to take like 10 to 15 minutes, right? It's like when you have those things in place, it is a lot easier to eat healthier.
Yeah. And let me put this disclaimer. I don't want to be insensitive to people who, because with me, I said once I have a goal, I just do it. I know for people it's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
You have to identify the source of why you're overweight or why you're not hitting your goal when it comes to your health. And for me, I was sad about my father's death, but that wasn't the source. That was just
Excuse?
Not an excuse, but it was just it was a side character to the main character.
Okay.
It wasn't. If I was to be honest with myself, it wasn't the main reason why I got so big. It was laziness, and many times did not.
But you're not, because this is the same thing people say about me. Like,
Yeah.
what I'm about to say to you, you're not a lazy person.
I'm not a lazy person
So why you say it's laziness?
because I'm not a lazy person to everyone else. But to me, I don't need much to please me. Like, for example, I should give you an example. I watch Chef Nancy. Shout out to Chef Nancy, wherever you are, right? And she could cook almost anything.
Yeah.
Extravagant meals. And then you ask her, what is your favorite meal that you like to cook for yourself? She said, I just like wings. She could cook anything. And she said, I just like wings. I would just take wings. Many times than not, we treat ourselves worse than how we treat everything else. If you give me a text and say, yo, Chris, I need you to edit 5 videos and it got to be out by tomorrow. Those 5 videos will be done. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ask me the same thing.
It said, I need you to do 5 videos.
All right, bro.
Okay. So, like, those videos will be done.
Text me at 12.
Because
12 a.m. Like, yo, those 5 videos? Oh, okay. All right.
dude, you got one.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I said you won at 3 a.m. The other 4? Oh, you still up, bro.
So, but it goes back to treating yourself. You got to treat yourself better than you treat everybody else.
Yeah.
And if you go based on my character or based on how I view myself, I want to be depended on. I want to be the guy.
So
I want to be the guy behind the guy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I was putting myself on the back burner than actually like being intentional and not being lazy with myself. Like, I straight could cook a meal for my girl. She loved the meal. And then for me, I just go get a chicken box. Dude, you get like, it's weird. I know it sounds crazy, but it's like, I was just lazy to me. And that's just weird. Like, it just, because, like, honestly, I don't need a lot. I don't even want a lot, to be honest. But what happens when, like, you're the one who takes, like, the butt end of it? Like you deal with the consequences of that.
Yeah.
And now what happens is, you get to the point to where now you can't even provide for others to like the level that you know you can because of your health and things like that. And like with me, I'm not like this not like a pre-midlife crisis to where it's like, oh, I'm turning 32 next year.
Yeah.
I'm close to 300 pounds. Let me get myself together. But it's like, oh, Chris, you want to be dependent on? Okay, you got a girl. You want to marry her one day, God willing. You get what I'm saying?
Might have kids.
Have kids. Now you got kids, but now you're 320. Now you got diabetes.
Yeah.
You know? Now you can't even be functional, and your health is basically on a limb. And now you potentially put your family at a disadvantage because you can die. You get what I'm saying? And now you leave them. You created this whole life that you can't be part of. And I was like, yo, let me get serious about my health. In truth, and just to keep things on a trivial level, people don't respect fat people. People don't respect fat people unless you got money.
Yeah.
So there's a certain image that
I'll give you
that people just not go respect. And I am not the type, and I promise I'm not the type, but I'm just bringing it up as a reference. Lizzo is one of the biggest pop stars, artists in the world, and she get referred to in every interview. Every interview, she don't say nothing to nobody.
She do her own thing.
She sing and play the flute.
She was twerking a lot, but it's negative. But.
So do Meg Thee Stallion, but I understand the difference.
Does she?
Meg, back in the day, I didn't even hear Meg rap until I noticed that she was fair. But my thing is, only thing Lizzo do is sing, play the flute, dance. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even counting the time when she came to the Laker game with the t-shirt on. That was just tacky. I'm not even on there like, the kids. I'm not with the kids. Like, y'all don't care about the kids. Stop lying. It was just like, why are you wearing that? That's weird.
That's weird.
You know? But everybody use her as the quote unquote, you can't be out of shape and unhealthy because look at how y'all praising it. I'm like, Lizzo didn't say nothing about nobody. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, to be trivial, to be, simple, to be respected when you walk into these boardrooms and things like that, people go look at you and they go judge how organized you are and how you live your life. Yeah,
that's a fact.
Based on, hey, how do you look? When you sit down, is your butt crack showing? My butt crack was never showing, y'all. But I'm just saying, like, that's the first thing they see. Yeah. I know we're not supposed to judge a book by a cover, but when I go to Barnes and Noble, I look at covers. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that is just really on the trivial level if I were to keep it 100.
Yeah. That's a great point. I never even thought of it like that. But going back to like your health being something that, would be something that people need you to be for you to be dependable.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons that I try to keep healthy is because I had a conversation with a friend. I don't know if I shared this on the podcast, but I remember I was in college. And there was one kid, and he used to work out like he was training for the Olympics. Mm-hmm. And I asked him one day, like, bro, like, relax. Like, why you just, like, who you trying to fight next month? Like, why you over here training like you in the Rocky 7? Like, relax. And then he, even though I think he was still ODing, but he shared something with me that I kind of adapted to my life. Adopted. I kind of adopted to my life, and he said that his goal in life is to be able to play with his grandkids. Like, that's why he works out the way he works out. And it kind of hit me different because I seen so many people who, when they get around 50, 60, they start walking with a limp, or they can't really move that fast. Or when they sit down, they take a deep breath, and when they get up, they need somebody to help them up. Or they need to, and that kind of like, I started seeing this more often. And I was like, you know what? At 60, 70, even 80, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to need help for me to move around. And so that's kind of one of the main reasons why I work out. And then the other story I want to share is the one with JayZ. How JayZ said that he learned how to swim when he had a daughter. Because he was like, if my daughter jump in the pool or she falls in the lake, how can I be a father if I can't save her?
You go just start hollering and stuff like that. Like,
yeah. And so it's like those little things I think people don't really take it into account when it comes to their health. Because they think, oh, I want to look good.
Yeah.
I want APAC. I want to be strong. I want to be able to. But there's some certain basic things. Like, if you need to run for your life, can you do that?
Yeah.
If you need to catch up with somebody, can you do that? If you need to pick up something, can you do that?
Yeah.
If that means actually saving a life, are you able to physically do that? And so that's one of the main motivators for me.
And that's 100%. Everything you said is 100% right, as well as if you want to look good. Looking good, there's benefits to looking good.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
No, definitely.
So it's like I want to be 31 going on 32.
Yeah.
I don't want to be 31 going on 48. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going on 52. I'm like, I want to still be able to have a fruitful relationship. I still want to be able to have body parts work. For men, ED is real. You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff is trivial, but sometimes when you break it down to the simple things, those are the things. Like, you don't have to worry about your daughter jumping into a lake right now.
You're right.
But the everyday things, as like body parts working, you limping, you breathing, that's an everyday thing you have to deal with.
The sleep quality.
I don't want to sleep with a CPAP.
Yeah.
I don't want a mask on my face and things like that. I hope I don't snore. I'm asleep. I don't know.
I don't want back pains.
Exactly. Yeah. But those are everyday things more than just thinking like, what if I got to jump in the pool? But even still, you may want to learn how to swim because you may have to jump in the pool one day.
That might be, yeah.
But everyday thing, fix that limp. So that's why I feel confident in my keto community and stuff like that. And
have you made any friends in this community?
No.
It's only been 2 weeks.
I haven't put myself out there like that. I wanted to do at least a month straight. I feel like I need to earn my keto stripes. You know what I mean? I need to be like, hey guys, look at me. I've done 30 days of keto. I'm one of you.
I remember. So the only other person I know who did keto, maybe my mom did keto. I don't know if she called it the keto diet, maybe. But the only person I knew who said he was doing keto was my past CEO, my former CEO.
Okay.
And he used to come into the office right before the pandemic started. He used to come into the office. Everybody would have their lunch.
Was he in shape?
He was pretty in shape. Yeah,
okay.
Tall guy. So,
okay.
I think he was like in his mid 40s, maybe late 40s.
Okay.
So he was a tall guy, but he looked like he was like 35.
Okay,
so
nice.
He looked, yeah. And everybody would have their lunch. Someone was going to hand pizza, get food out. Some people would bring lunch. And he would have an avocado, slice it up, and just spoon eat it. And that was his lunch. And he would do like 2 of those. And we'd be like, yo, this is different.
Yeah.
No salt, no pepper, nothing. Just avocado, slice it up, and then just start eating that.
He making sure his body's still working good. But one thing I am failing at with keto, there's a certain carbs that you are allowed to eat. Protein, there's a number, but the thing about protein, you really can't overdo with protein. But there's a certain amount of fats that I'm supposed to reach, and it's a high number.
Really?
And I haven't got close to that number.
Really?
We talking about, matter of fact, I straight can put up on my app right now. I'm supposed to hit a day. I'm supposed to hit 248 grams of fat.
How you even get that?
I haven't even got past 100. But there's healthy fats. So like that's probably why your man was eating those
a whole bunch of
avocados because it's rich in fat, rich in fiber. I'm not looking at the numbers so much of like, oh, I need to get this much fats and stuff like that. I'm mainly focusing on the carbs, making sure I stay below 50, if not at 50. But hopefully, man, like hopefully y'all get to see.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hopefully y'all get to see. Already I can feel my girl called it scale things beyond the scale victories. Basically how like your clothes are fitting and things like that. My stomach isn't sticking out as much as it did 2 weeks ago, and that's crazy.
That's big.
Because at first you're gonna lose the water weight. And don't be discouraged. Water weight is still weight. You get what I'm saying? Before it starts really doing the damage on like really what's like the stored up fat. So I'm sure like the 13 to 15 pounds I lost is water weight, but hey, the clothes fitting different now. That's you know what I mean? So I'm feeling good, and hopefully by December y'all get to see a skinnier version of me. And it's so funny, whenever you look back at pictures, that's why progress pictures is important. I thought 250 I was fat. I thought I was big. And when I look at old pictures of me at 250, 240, I look small compared to what I am now.
When we was working out, what weight do you
230, 233. I was 230, and I was considered overweight then. Or like I thought I was overweight. Yeah. And I wasn't even seeing the progress. Mama said, you look like you were working out and stuff like that. I didn't see it. You get what I'm saying?
I saw it.
But 230, because my goal weight for overall is 205 to 215. Mainly 210. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not doing keto all the way down to 210. I'm doing keto just to get me down to 250 so I can work out without joint pains and things like that. Then like the weight could come off normally. You get what I'm saying?
If you hit 250, like let's say by November,
I'm probably gonna hit 250 probably top of December.
But you hit it by November.
Okay.
You still doing this?
Yeah, you're
gonna do it to December regardless.
My cutoff day for keto is December 20th.
So you might just hit. I don't want to blow up your head, but you might just hit 210.
I don't think so.
This whole thing.
I don't think so. If I do, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's a keto plateau. Yes. There is a keto plateau that happens.
Okay.
And things like that.
That makes sense.
You're not supposed to lose that much weight that fast. So
that 15 pounds is like the first 2 weeks.
It's like I'm big. It's easier for big people to lose weight. Yeah. It's water weight and things like that.
Makes sense.
But eventually, once I lose like 30 pounds, it starts like besides losing 15 in 10 to 13 days, you start losing like 2 to 5 pounds
a week.
You know what I mean? Like things are based on your working out schedule too. So the app told me that I'm supposed to be at 269 by the time December comes. I'm already basically at 279 right now. So at the wedding, I'm going to be 275. I already know I'm going to be 275, which is based on the trajectory of how I'm going. I'm going to be below 269 when I go down December. You will know when I hit 250, I'm going to come in here dressed up.
Okay.
I'm going to come in here dressed up in a suit version type of way. I don't really wear suits, but I wear one for that episode.
Cool.
For that bundle. Anything else you want to know about keto and our keto community? We are strong out here on YouTube. Hopefully y'all come follow us. Speaking of YouTube, shout out to everyone who follow us and subscribe to us. I don't care what nobody say. YouTube now has an update on their platform. It just came out like months ago to where you can't hide your subscribers no more. So like everybody know how much subscribers you have. I told you not too long ago, I said I'm gonna stop hiding our numbers. YouTube now say we gonna make you show your numbers and things like that. So shout out to all 63 subscribers to us. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of us.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Like
you should start doing shout outs.
Shout out.
Like comments.
Oh yeah, we not the racist ones.
The racist people. I'm also this is maybe a little meta, but I'm also worried that I'm encouraging racist people. That our whole audience gonna be racist, and the thing to do is give us a racist comment. So I don't know. I'm still trying to think. Should I still encourage these racist people?
I don't want racism near me, man.
Shout out to the racists.
See that? I'm good with you. And then with me, I am all for. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't do it. But if it's like my personal platform or my personal page, I'll definitely delete the comment.
Delete comments.
Delete comment, block you. Like
That's fair.
I'm powerful. People would do things and say things that make you forfeit your power. Oh,
you delete a comment?
Oh, you really gonna delete my comment and block me? Yes.
Yeah, I believe in cancel culture. I believe in deplatforming.
Yeah, exactly. So, hopefully y'all enjoy yourself. Anything else you want to share, too?
Nah, it was informative.
I'm good, man.
Thank
I'm
you
good.
for sharing, man.
Any more keto questions? We just hit it next episode because we can record 3 more after this. So,
Yeah.
So,
you going if you do find a recipe that you like, can you share it with people?
a recipe that I like? Yeah, sure. I'll share it.
That'd be dope.
A keto recipe.
A keto recipe.
A keto recipe. I got you. Because I'm going to try that pizza again with a different flour. Because I brought a rolling pin. So, I got to use that joint.
Do you got the stone too?
The what?
The pizza stone.
Nah. I got an oven.
You just put it straight in the oven?
I got a regular oven.
Wouldn't the dough just like be floppy? Interesting.
It wouldn't be floppy. That's how I should be looking at people with air fryers. People like, I have an air fryer. Do you have an air fryer, Chris? I'm like, no, I got a stove. That's what air fryer is. It's a mini stove. Why?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Why would I get a smaller stove when I could put 3 things in? That's just me and gets committed. But I am going to buy a deep fryer. Not now, but when I'm off the diet.
The cast iron. Just put some oil in the cast iron. Let that joint heat up. Put it in there.
There's certain things got to be submerged.
Just flip it.
Oh no, I'm not flipping hot grease. That's crazy.
Okay.
You be doing. I already know what type of things you be doing in your kitchen, man. But y'all be good, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all week, man. Blessings.